Microsoft and Xbox have taken some big swings the past few years as they attempt to right the ship after the disappointing launch of the Xbox One and the similarly lackluster launch of the series consoles. When they purchased Bethesda in March of 2021 and Activision Blizzard in January of 2022, it came with the implication that their games would one day come to Game Pass, Microsoft's subscription service that allows players to download hundreds of titles. Undoubtedly, that strategy helped bolster the player base for Starfield, which as of June 2024 had reached over 14 million players. But the real test of this strategy will come this month with the release of Black Ops 6. This will be the first Call of Duty game available on Game Pass at launch, and this is an ambitious, though risky move for the company as they look to leverage one of the biggest game launches of the year, not to make money off of the sales, but in the hopes that it will bring people into their ecosystem, be that on console side or through their Xbox app on PC. I personally have already pre installed the game on my Xbox, and I have several friends who have done the same on either Xbox or PC via Game Pass Ultimate. Make no mistake, Microsoft needs to see a surge in subscribers to their Game Pass service with this move. If this fails, it could indicate that there is no future for the service and Microsoft will be forced to rethink their gaming strategy. So, what do you think? Will this be a resounding success for Microsoft, one that is desperately needed, or will things continue to look bleak for the once king of the console war? At the time of writing, there are over 34 million subscribers to Game Pass on PC and Xbox, which is a 36% increase from the 25 million subscribers reported in 2022. And even if they're just on the lowest tier, that would equal over $4 billion in revenue for Xbox each year, which is about half of what they paid for Bethesda, about 7.5 billion. But they really needed to be a lot more in order to pay off their Activision acquisition, which was over $70 billion. It just seems like this is a weird spot for Microsoft to find themselves in after virtually giving up on competing with PlayStation in the console section. They're all in on Game Pass and they really need to make this work. Or we could see, the Xbox brand as a console manufacturer completely disappear, which, if you're someone who really buys into the console war aspect of things and you're on the PlayStation side, huge victory, big dub, all that. But if you're, a consumer who's looking to get the most amount of value out of their purchase, this is kind of, shitty. You want Xbox around to push PlayStation to be better. And you just like if you're an Xbox fan, you want PlayStation and Nintendo there to make Microsoft think outside the box. I mean, the Game Pass, experience has been great for a consumer if you're already in the Xbox ecosystem. I played a ton of games that I maybe wouldn't have already played had they not been on Game Pass, as I'm sure many others have. So to me, it's a solid subscription. And it was built off of them needing to compete in a different way. So if Xbox goes away and PlayStation is really the only, you know, competition in the console space because Nintendo does stuff so differently, I think that would be a negative, a net negative for consumers. But, if you have different thoughts on it, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. And will you be playing Black Ops this weekend? And if so, are you going to use Game Pass or are you just buying it straight up for $70 on PlayStation? I'd love to hear from you again in those comments.